Good morning to you. Wednesday, December 22nd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Of course, everybody is interested in the Christmas storm system, and it continues to trend more and more in the direction of snow across our region. In fact, it really looks like in many instances it's a question of how much snow and how far west the heavier precipitation shield will make it. The 6C run of the GFS has just come in, and it's very light with the precipitation. Let me say right off the bat, the GFS finally did come around to the European and the Canadian, really most of the other modeling's ideas of that track near the northern Gulf and then up close to the Carolina coast, but it's still much lighter with the precipitation. I'll show you why I think that's probably incorrect here in just a moment. Let's start off with the upper air chart today. Today is going to be a quiet day. There's our disturbance there off the California coast. Meant to pull a water vapor image, but I forgot. But it is a potent upper level disturbance that'll cruise into southern California in the next 12 to 18 hours. In the meantime, today we have a very weak system moving through our area, so some clouds, a couple sprinkles, that's about it today. That'll clear on out, probably some late day clearing. Today the mildest day of the week though, highs low to mid 50s. Tomorrow, though, we'll begin to chill things down. In fact, many spots tomorrow about 10 degrees cooler than today. We'll see a lot of sunshine tomorrow, a lot of sunshine at least Friday, Christmas Eve morning, and then the clouds begin to increase. Now, again, this is the GFS. This is the 0Z run. Still don't think the GFS is the model of choice here, but at least it's getting closer. Let's go out to Saturday. Christmas Day. This is the precipitation that falls from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. The GFS bringing in light snow across North Alabama, North Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, into the western Carolinas. And then 6 hours later, snowing lightly from the GFS from near Atlanta up to Greenville, Spartanburg, Columbia, Charlotte, Hickory, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, even the mountains getting into this as well. 6 hours later, again, it really begins to weaken, and the 6C GFS is even weaker with this precipitation. But it is finally getting around to the right idea, and then this lifts up offshore on the GFS modeling. Let's go to the European, though. And I think the European is still the model I would lean toward, although maybe not as extreme as the solutions it's been pointing out, but it is possible. Here's the key. Again, we're talking about these two disturbances. There's one, there's the other one. This is the one that's off of California this morning. Those will phase. European has been pretty consistent the last several runs with this beginning to phase here across the lower Mississippi Valley. And boy, then it just bombs out from there. And there's a look at the day after Christmas, 7 a.m. There in the morning. Oh boy, look at that. 7 p.m. Sunday. And then we're at 1 o'clock Monday afternoon. Behemoth of a system. Just want to show you one quick surface chart from the European. Notice it's very close to the GFS in terms of where it places that low, but then it really cranks this thing up as it lifts right up along the coast, bombing this out here near the Outer Banks and throwing lots of snow back here into the Carolinas, North Georgia as well. Now, why is the GFS so much weaker? It's gotten finally to the right idea, I think, with the surface low track. Well, all right, here's the 6Z run, the latest run of the GFS. And this is valid out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Christmas Eve. And here is our disturbance. It's off the California coast this morning. Okay, compare that to the NAM, the 6Z NAM at the same time frame. Not that the NAM is the most reliable model, but even the NAM. Look how much stronger that upper level disturbance is on the NAM there versus the GFS there. I think the GFS is just too weak with the southern stream system, and so you wind up with a weaker overall system as it moves through this part of the country. I think the stronger solution is probably correct. The general idea here, let me kind of paint it on here for you. The general idea, this probably winds up phasing somewhere around the lower Mississippi Valley. Low pressure cranks just offshore the Florida Panhandle, and then lifts up off the Carolina coast, strengthening all the while. And if that's correct, then we're looking at a Christmas Day and Christmas night snow event beginning even back into the Tennessee Valley and then all the way up through a good chunk of the Carolinas, and this could turn into a huge winter storm up there in parts of the New England states. I'm not going to talk about amounts yet. It could very well be a scenario where places like Columbia and Raleigh-Durham get more snow than Charlotte, Greenville, Spartanburg, and Greensboro, but those are details that it's just really too sketchy at this point to iron out. The bottom line here is that the potential continues to increase for some snow Christmas Day and Christmas night. How much, though, is still a big question mark. And this could all go awry. We're still dealing with the phasing of these two branches and when that phasing occurs. But the model's getting more and more in agreement here as we get closer to the event. And we'll get that disturbance off the California coast onshore within the next 24 hours. And we'll probably see the modeling kind of lock in. But I think the European may be leading the way. It has a higher resolution in terms of its initial conditions. It has a more complex initialization scheme and data gathering scheme, and it's probably the way to lean. Maybe not as extreme as the European, but kind of lean the forecast in that direction. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for all the blog hits and all the video watches. I really appreciate that. I'll try my best to keep you up to date as we get closer to this potential Christmas Day winter weather event. All right, that's it for today. Have a great day, and God bless.